We are filled with giggles this evening. Welcome back to 6. Fionnuala Jones has joined Kathy on the sofa. Now, Fionnuala, we've been saying it all night. A big night in Hollywood last night and a huge night for Annora, picking up 5 out of 6 awards, including one for Best Picture. Let's take a look.
And the Oscar goes to... Are they playing us off?
No. Oh. Well, maybe. Annora.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, and my sister, JoJo, to our small but mighty crew and our ridiculously talented cast, led by the amazing Mikey Madison. We made this with very little money, but all of our hearts. To all of the dreamers and the young filmmakers out there, tell the stories you want to tell. Tell the stories that move you. I promise you, you will never regret it.
Shake that Oscar. I would do the same.
Yeah, she was making it look heavy, I have to say.
Were you surprised it won 5 out of 6? Quite a lot.
I was surprised in some categories, which maybe we'll get to a little bit later on, but I think in other categories, no. And I think it's a real triumph for independent cinema. So I would say, if you're not familiar with the story of Annora, it tells the story of a sex worker played by Mikey Madison. It just seems to have really captured audiences, I think, and I think between the performances and Sean Baker's direction, like he hasn't always gotten it right in his past with films. He just seems to have kind of hit every nail on the head with this particular film, and that speaks to the fact that, as you said, they won 4 awards, but Sean Baker actually broke records, picking up 4 just for himself for directing, editing, writing and producing. So I'm sure this will be back in cinemas now with all the wins, so if it is, go and go see it. Absolutely.
Now, Conan O'Brien was the MC for the night, and Conan was very strict on the dress code, which we're guessing Adam Sandler didn't get the memo about. Take a look.
For such a prestigious night, it's important that everyone is properly dressed, okay? You're dressed well. Adam.
Conan, what's up, my brother? What's going on, man?
Adam, what are you wearing?
What are you doing right now?
I'm asking you what you're wearing.
Nobody even thought about what I was wearing till you brought it up!
We just asked, is he a character? We don't know.
What's going on?
I feel like you never really know what Adam Sandler.
No, truly not.
This was Conan's first year as host. How do you think he did as MC?
He did really well, and I'm like, he was very nervous in any of the interviews he was doing in the lead up to it, but I think he struck the right balance of, you know, the Oscars has a reputation for not being that fun, a little bit stuffy, but I think he was fun. He poked fun at people in the room without being caustic or mean, I think.
He didn't cross the line.
He didn't cross the line, I think, but as I say, you know, like, making jokes about everyone, Carlos Gascon, like, just nobody was kind of safe in the room, but at the same time, as you said, never felt like a line was crossed and anyone was going to be going home bawling, crying necessarily. So
quite classy with it now. Kathy, would you have him back if you were producing the Oscars for next year?
I would totally have him back because remember Ricky Gervais. I mean, he could be
the Golden Globes. Yes,
he was scary
to the bone, Kathy.
Yeah,
to
really
the bone.
to the bone. So I thought Conan was amazing.
Yeah,
and there was no slapping also, which has got to be a plus.
Also helps. Yeah,
there we are. The Oscars now is known for its musical performances each year, and Wicked stars Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, well, they brought the house down. This is beautiful. Check it out.
And nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down.
Like Cynthia
Hold
Erivo.
on to that notion. Ariana in the dark at the back, and she was loving life. Is this the first time they performed that song live outside of the movie set? Because they sang live for the movie.
Yeah, and that's, I think, what makes this so special. I have goosebumps watching that again. It's just, because there'd been a lot of rumours, oh, we're opening the Oscars, oh, no, we're not, I don't know where you heard that, blah, blah, whatever. I thought this was, like, perfect, as opposed to maybe opening with like a big monologue. And again, I mean, just the two of them are absolutely...
Her voice is incredible.
It sounds like the live recording. I don't know how she does it in the corsetry and everything, and they are just magnetic together. Like, you cannot take your eyes off them when they're on screen.
I can't wait for Wicked 2.
I can't wait.
What a way to open the Oscars. It was absolutely fabulous. Now, no surprise, Adrien Brody picked up the gong for Best Actor. This was kind of expected, wasn't it?
Kind of expected, yeah. It was a bit of a close race between himself and Timothée Chalamet, obviously for a complete unknown. He had just picked it up at the SAGs, so I think people thought, OK, maybe Timothy's going to pip him, ? Not to be on the night, unfortunately. Adrien Brody did win and gave the longest speech in Oscars history, coming in at over 6 minutes.
That's a lot.
So the music didn't come on, they didn't push him on?
No, the music did come on, and he said, actually, I've done this before, so, like, will we... I'm paraphrasing, but he did say, yeah, I've done this before, like, it's fine. It's not my first rodeo, is to quote him directly. I don't know. It was a bit... I get the idea of wanting to thank everyone involved in the team. I think that's very selfless.
6 minutes is a long time.
It was a bit long.
6 minutes is a lot, and he's kind of done this across the whole award circuit to the point where, like, Kieran Culkin was taking the mick out of him.
Thank everyone in 2 minutes.
Now, it was Mikey Madison's night last night as she picked up Best Actress for her role in Annora. Let's take a look at her speech.
And the Oscar goes to Mikey Madison. Wow, this is very surreal. Forgive me, I'm nervous. I'm going to read off of a paper, but thank you so much to the Academy. I grew up in Los Angeles, but Hollywood always felt so far away from me. So to be here, standing in this room today is really incredible.
On the piece of paper, and I think she probably thought herself, she was surprised. I think she thought maybe Demi Moore was going to. I think we all thought Demi was going to win.
I mean, Demi, I think this was, in a way, her last chance, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, because such a role, they don't come along when you get older, you know, unless you're either Judi Dench or, you know.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
That's the thing.
I felt sorry for
and
Demi.
Especially after the SAGs as well. The SAGs is usually the best indicator for the Oscars, and Demi had won at that, so it kind of seemed like it was written in the stars. But look, Mikey, an incredible talent at 25 years of age to be an Oscar winner. I mean, incredible.
And that pink dress, almost quite like Gwyneth Paltrow when she won for Shakespeare in Love.
Yeah, actually.
But she didn't cry.
She didn't cry. We needed more tears.
Yes. And finally, the award for Best Supporting Actor and Best Speech of the Night has to go to Kieran Culkin. Let's take a look at this.
Please don't play the music because I want to tell a really quick story about Jazz. About a year ago, I was on a stage like this, and I very stupidly publicly said that I want a third kid from her because she said if I won the award, she would give me the kid. It turns out she said that because she didn't think I was going to win. But after the show, we're walking through a parking lot. She's holding the Emmy. We're trying to find our car. Emily, you were there, so you're a witness. And she goes, "Oh, God, I did say that. I guess I owe you a third kid." And I turned to her and I said, "Really, I want 4. And she turned to me, I swear to God this happened, it was just over a year ago. She said, "I will give you 4 when you win an Oscar." And let's get cracking on those kids. What do you say?
Well, they have 2. Let's hope it's twins and they're sorted. They've got 4 children. Was it always going to be Kieran Culkin's Oscar, do we think?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he just dominated this category across all of the other award shows for A Real Pain. I love him. What a little sweetie pie. And squashing the supposed beef between himself and Jeremy Strong. Jeremy Strong up for The Apprentice. There'd been rumours that they kind of hadn't really been getting along, but Kieran thanked him in his speech as well a bit earlier on that we didn't see there. And also there were nice photographs of them hugging in the auditorium, which warmed my cockles, I have to say.
Zoe Saldana, Best Actress, Supporting Actress for Emilia Perez. Was this an obvious one?
A bit obvious for the end of what has been a very weird, tumultuous campaign for Emilia Perez. And again, she gave a very emotional, very earnest speech. But again, a lot of questions around this particular film and the lasting legacy of this film. For anyone that's watched it, it's proven to be very, very divisive. So it doesn't seem to matter to her. She's won her Oscar and she was delighted.
And we'll get on to her dress in the next part. We have a lot to say about that. But before the dress,
happy about it.
Let's talk about the Razzies.
let's talk about the Razzies, because from Best Picture to Worst, obviously the Razzies still had to go on. Give us the rundown.
Yes, so we had Madame Web picking up 3 Razzies.
I put this on and stopped it. It was so bad.
Well, understandably, because it did win for Worst Picture. Actors for Dakota Johnson and Screenplay. Joker Folie à Deux also picked up a couple of awards. And we had Francis Ford Coppola actually won for Best Director for Megalopolis. And kind of unusually, he took to social media to be like, thanks so much I'm delighted I won. I'm sick of these gutless rules in Hollywood. Like this big screed on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
I was like, slay, Francis. Like, take the good with the bad, you know?
You've got to tap into it. Remember Halle Berry turned up?
When she turned up
for
when
Catwoman,
she the Oscar won out and then took the Razzie. Like, that's how you need to do it, guys.
Fionnuala, thank you. Round of applause.